memorable day for all of us here, for we will be witnessing the debate 2017. But before that, let us first thank God and ask for His graces and wisdom through an opening prayer. Requesting everybody to stand. Present here with us. Thank you and welcome to our debate 2017. The motion for today's debate is, let it be resolved that cosmetic surgery is good. But before we start to our proper debate, may I like to give or observe you some house rules for our class debate. Number 1, please observe silence while the debate is going on. Number 2, no clapping of hands after each speaker has spoken his or her side. So our debate is composed of two sides, the opposition and the proposition sides, and mainly constitute 3 members for each side. Are you now excited?
Yes, ma'am!
And now, may I present to you our arbiter, the smart Miss Michelle Sarduma. Let us give her a round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's debate. The motion for today's debate is let it be resolved that cosmetic surgery is good. Nowadays, more and more people have cosmetic surgery because they believe that is a good way to increase their beauty. Confidence is a great beauty. Second, although cosmetic surgery is very common, it is still full of high risk. Cosmetic surgery, also known as plastic surgery, is surgery that is unnecessary from a medical perspective, but is carried out to improve appearance. On my right, for the proposition team, the first speaker and the team leader, namely Shay Audrey Shanosa. For our second speaker, Pepe Gira Sigubat. And for our third speaker, Princess Jayan Tabago. And on my left, for the opposition team, first speaker and the team leader, namely Angeline Artuna. And for our second speaker, Alexander Lamintao. And for our third speaker, Yana Lee Nere. Our judges for today are Mrs. Jennifer P. Candy, Academic Coordinator, at the same time, the Science Department Head, and Mrs. Mayflower B. Hayutini, Master Teacher 2 in Science. To everyone again, good morning and welcome to our debate today. I would now like to call upon the first speaker of the proposition, Shay Audrey Shanosa. Tessa to open the meeting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to our board of judges and visitors. My partners and I firmly affirm that the proposition which states that cosmetic surgery is good. We, in the positive team, agree with this statement because they can express people's freedom and they have the right and freedom to choose how they look. So before I begin with my team argument, let me say this. Cosmetic surgery have a lot of benefits for people with it. I will explain the first reason why that cosmetic surgery is good, and it's all about and freedom to choose how they look. Is cosmetic surgery good, and why? A legal argument can be made for cosmetic surgery under the Human Rights Act. We have the freedom to express ourselves. If we feel that our body does not reflect who we are as people, then we have the right to express ourselves and change it. If we can dye our hair, change our clothes and have piercing, why should we not be able to express ourselves via cosmetic surgery? Some people are so consumed with their appearance that they let it affect their mental well-being. There are even some mental illnesses which are based solely on the body's appearance. Things like anorexia and body dysmorphia. These are illnesses whereby people harm themselves to worry about their appearance. If we have people who have the ability to change what these people do not like about their bodies, then why should we not use it to help these people with their mental well-being? We should not restrict freedom of choice. Certainly there is an element of danger involved, but we let people box. We let people bunch jump. They undertake these dangers for fun or for money. Why shouldn't we let people undertake dangers in the pursuit of beauty and higher self-esteem? Furthermore, cosmetic surgery is becoming safer and safer. It is increasingly strictly policed and sky legal payouts by bad surgeons. Bad surgeons have ensured that practitioners take more and more care. Technology in surgery and in implants and so forth is forever improving. The scare stories that the proposition talk about are the worst example of 30 years ago. They're nothing to do with cosmetic surgery today. Thank you.
Let us hear the team leader of the opposing team.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to our board of judges and visitors. My partners and I firmly oppose the proposition which states that cosmetic surgery is good. We in the negative team agree with the statement that cosmetic surgery is bad because the cosmetic surgery gives severe cases of side effects. My name is Angeline Arcona, the first speaker of the negative team. I will be explaining the first reason why cosmetic surgery is bad, because they bring severe of dangers of side effects. Cosmetic surgery, oh, that's nice, but give that the reality is that we're judged on our appearance all the time. It's perfectly rational to want to look good. Nobody's forcing anyone to have cosmetic surgery. The market is driven by demand. This is not solving the role at the problem is the perception that might has own what is important. All cosmetic surgery is doing is changing the appearance but not the mental state. Someone who has such a mental disposition to these illnesses will have their offending live change. But they will maybe always find something they are not happy with. Instead of cosmetic surgery, these people should be not offered psychological help. Cosmetic surgery only masks the inner problem. There are dangers involved in any kind of surgery. Sometimes, we must accept those dangers, as they come in other necessary medical procedures, but with elective surgery, procedures people don't need. But whether merely one, the risk can be justified. This risk applies both to the surgery itself and to the long term. For example, leaking silicone breast implants have been a widely spread problem and can lead to death. Once, paraffin was often injected into one face to smoothly wrinkles. With disastrous effects, silicone often finds a way to other parts of the body, such as the lymph glands, and can prevent the early detection of cancer, as doctors often think real lumps are silicone leakage. Who nowadays knows the full future application of injecting the highly dangerous poison botox into one's face? Thank you.
To our Board of Judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, today's motion is cosmetic surgery is good. This freedom issue is particularly important to women who have historically been subjugated by men, with their bodies regarded as owned and for the use of men. Cosmetic surgery, the ultimate control over one's body, perhaps is the latest stage in the emancipation of women and their ability to decide what happened to their bodies. Cosmetic surgery is empowering. Currently, we are in recession, but even in a healthy economy, it is never good to have vast amount of stagnant cash remaining in one family. The money is economically redundant. If people have money and they wish to spend it, they should be employed to do so. The money will be paid to surgeons who have their own surgeries. Those surgeries will be paid for receptionists, cleaners, and repairmen. These are all jobs created out of money, which would otherwise be left sitting in the banks of the rich. Cosmetic surgery is a way of pricing out of the hands of the rich and vain, which is most certainly a good thing. People pay handsomely for cosmetic surgery. It costs the state nothing except in situations in which the operation is necessary medically. Cosmetic surgery concerns a profit for hospital that is put towards more general medical areas. And doctors receive training and practice in difficult techniques which can then be used to help patients in genuine needs. If women or anyone else are secure enough not to bother with cosmetic surgery, then fine. But there are many who find that their appearance truly troubles them, and that improving it would greatly enhance their quality of life. If they can afford it, let them. Thank you.
To our Board of Judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, I highly disagree for today's motion, which is cosmetic surgery is good. To attempt to dress cosmetic surgery in the flag of feminism is absurd. If anything, cosmetic surgery is the latest phenomenon in the long history of the objectification of women in society. Women are driven to meet male standards of beauty, exaggerating their shape, and seeking to remain youthful-less. Their partner leaves them for often literally a younger model. Today, many operations are arranged by male partners rather than by the women themselves. Cosmetically enhanced celebrities are redefining definitions of attractiveness for new generations, leading young girls which have been considered naturally beautiful in the past decades to see themselves as plain and to seek their own surgical remedies. While money changing hands is always good in an economy, the reality is the money is going from the hands of the rich back into the hands of the rich. Surgeons are already among the upper middle class stratum. Then, you have to take into consideration that rich people will use the most experienced and popular surgeons. These surgeons will be of a higher income than other surgeons who would still have a hefty salary. The wages paid to cleaners and to other manual workers would pale insignificant to what the surgeons were earning. The surgeon wouldn't keep the money and they would save it. So the money would still be redundant in our failing economy. Doctors should heal, not waste their talent on appearance. Precious talent and resources are spent on this frivolous activity. Surgeons should do medical operations that are only needed, not cosmetic procedures that are desired. Thank you.
To our Board of Judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, today is cosmetic surgery is good. How do you define cosmetic surgery? Much of the cosmetic work done greatly improve not just appearance, but quality of life, operation smile, which fixes oral facial deformities, found in poor children across the world. Is doing cosmetic surgery. Sure, you can survive the hair lift or a clean palate, but your quality of life, your self-esteem, employability, acceptance in traditional society, etc. It's much better without one. Following this principle, breast reduction or augmentation, or the removal of acne scar can be just important. You can spend your money how you like. Why should not people be allowed to make a personal choice to change their appearance with their own cash? If a person had a car crash or was burned on fire, they might have a cosmetic surgery to improve their appearance. If a person gets into a terrible accident, in their unfortunate case, their body was severely damaged, and then I think they could not be only suffer physical dismay, but mental dismay as well. Can you imagine having the same appearance or both for most of your life, and then suddenly you look into a mirror and you see not you but someone something? There have been cases where these people refer to themselves as something instead of someone else. If someone people under these circumstances, and they will not be able to handle the emotional warfare between what they see and what they know. And the only way some might find of help is plastic surgery. Thank you.
To our Board of Judges, teachers, ladies and gentlemen, I highly disagree for today's motion, which is cosmetic surgery is good. Cosmetic surgery is addictive. Look at Michael Jackson or Lola Ferrari, who got breast implant. After breast implant, despite the harm to her body, the compulsion to change one's body is often a symptom of a deeper mental instability. It should be treated as a problem, not indulged and encouraged with surgery. It's only a plaster patch over a much deeper problem. Pointing to the accidental side benefits of cosmetic surgery will not cover up the fact that its intention is to make money, not make people better. If a fraction of efforts pumped into it went into proper medicine, the medical world would be much more advanced than it is today. And the fact that the benefits arise from chance merely serve to highlight the greed that constitutes the essential nature of cosmetic surgery. Those benefits ought to be all medicine's aim, not an accident resulting from it. Certainly, people make money, and courage is only medicine. But they are giving treatments that aim to make people well, not look different.
It is now the time to hear rebuttal from our team leader, starting with the proposition team, and of course to be followed by the team leader of the opposition team.
To summarize our motion, I believe that cosmetic surgery is a personal option, but in some cases it becomes a bad addiction. In the case of the personal option, I don't think that plastic surgery is necessarily a bad thing. All human beings have some sense of insecurity, and for some people that insecurity is their appearance. I think that plastic surgery is a self-esteem booster, which a little boost is not a problem. Overall, this is the reason that we chose to argue that cosmetic surgery is good.
We, in the opposition team, believe that cosmetic surgery is extremely risky and makes people look worse. We would not get it ourselves. Also, most people are frowned upon for getting it. A lot of people regret it, but cannot go back to the way God made us in the first place. Like cigarettes and drugs, we just say no to cosmetic surgery.
Okay, congratulations to the two debating teams. This time, may I ask anyone from the group to give their notions or beliefs about our motion today? Anybody from the group? Okay, yes, Jessamine.
For me, cosmetic surgery is definitely bad because it will cause you not to like your face. It will damage your cells, your face, and have some injuries. Also, if it fails, you might die or have after effect. So I prefer not to do the cosmetic surgery.
Okay, another motion or belief about our motion today. Yes, Sander?
For me, cosmetic surgery is good. Why? Because it's very helpful. It can help burn victims individually who have undergone major surgeries. They allow people build their self-esteem and are required to perform numerous other procedures that improve the lives of people.
Okay, thank you. So I hope that you have learned a lot out of our motion today. So may I call in our arbiter for the announcement of our winners.
This time, may I call in our judge, Mrs. Jennifer P. Candig, to announce to us the winners for this debate 2017.
My best of congratulations to both teams. Since I know this is in connection with our lesson for this second reading period, and you have done your best, you have done well, you have said your opinions, your feelings on the proposition that you have set for your today's debate. And of course, with this debate, may I have now the floor and this privilege to announce to you the best of your today's debate. We first have the best debater, which is from the proposition team, of course, your team leader, Audrey Shinosa. And for the best presenter, we have that from the opposition team, which is Arcona, Angelina. And of course, the debating team from the proposition team. Thank you, and congratulations. And for those who are not the direct member of the debating team, the audience, you are still a part of the team. I hope you have learned something from your today's debate. Again, good morning.
Thank you, Mom. And to our winners, congratulations and God bless us all.
To the two debating teams, congratulations for the job well done. And to our audience, Okay, thank you for your cooperation. And to our winners, congratulations again. And to our judges, thank you for gracing us. For your presence today, thank you, and God bless us all.